Hey, this is MJ Hancock, and I'm here in one of the editing bays talking with Alex Saenz about creativity and the mystery behind creativity and what is actually going on in the creative mind when a project is undertaken and starts to develop. So thank you for joining me today, Alex.
Yes, thank you.
I'm looking forward to what you have to say for a number of reasons. One, because I've seen your work on, well, actually, you've helped me with several projects, and I've seen your work in lighting, your camera work, your editing work. So I've seen you in a lot of different ways. So that's one of the reasons why I think you're a really interesting subject to interview. And then the other reason why is because you also are a writer, and you do some work behind the scenes with actors and casting. So you have a lot to offer anybody who wants to get in the business. So you want to talk about the last audition process that you went through and the internet-based process that you were using in order to find your actors?
Okay, basically, when you audition or whenever you try and audition, you're trying to find different ways to find actors. And you can go seek people that do plays, or you can go like to high schools and find people to be in your films. But in my last film, since it was like people that were between the ages of 18 and like 30, they kind of had to come from a certain base.
Yeah.
So we seeked most of our actors through internet-based sources. We went to Mandy.com, we went to Craigslist. We eventually got with Joe Grisafi, and he helped us with some of the auditions as well, sending us to Southwest Casting.
Yeah.
You know, that allowed us to kind of see some of the actors around Houston, people that fit what we were looking for in the kind of film that we were doing. So,
I was there on your first day of audition, and what I saw coming through the door was just a real variety of people. So you had everything from kind of young people to, I think there was a deaf man that came to interview, to audition for you. So you had a huge variety. What were you looking for? How did you whittle that down to the people you chose to work with?
Looking for was quite a few things. Each actor had specific things that they could offer to a certain character, but a lot of the people that came in were kind of, well, what could they offer, you know? Because like the deaf guy, I mean, that would kind of put a twist to the character, and that would offer a certain type of feeling to who he was and why he got killed. And I mean, the whole thing is that it could happen to anybody, and I wanted to make it seem like these women had a reason to do what they were doing. And I thought that would have given a different point of view to the women killing and make it have more meaning.
By the way, for those of you watching, it was a horror flick.
Yeah.
It's not a documentary about women killers. It was a horror flick where the killers were the women. They were like vampiresses, or
not really. They were just young women who
Black Widow women.
Kind of, yeah. Women that sought relationships with men to mutilate them. So.
Just women in general is what he was casting. So,
well,
okay, okay. So you did the first initial casting call, and you didn't get what you wanted, did you?
Not necessarily. I saw some. Chantal was one of the people that came from the first casting, and I mean, she ended up being one of my best actresses. I thought she gave a on-point performance, and I was really lucky to actually cast her. And
then you went back and tried to get it again? Tried to get another group of actors?
I did, and I had to, because there was always a lot of commotion throughout the production. There was a lot of schedule conflicts, and one of my main actresses couldn't be a part of the production the way that I needed her to be. And basically, I was having to even recast almost 2 days before the actual filming of the short film to make it happen. So.
I totally understand. I had a situation similar, and it was one of the most frustrating. But the irony is that once all the people got cast, it just came together. It was awesome.
And the whole thing that I wanted was just more because it was a project that had to have a deadline, which was Halloween night, and we're at a public access TV station, so basically we were going on live and doing our premiere and what have you. So we had to be on. We had to make our stuff happen, because it was kind of like, this is our group doing their projects for our TV station. And it ended up being good. I think certain people learned their positions as far as you know, we're talking production, so I mean, you have your pre-production positions and you have your production positions and post-production positions, and I mean, everybody has to come together.
Yeah.
So if it doesn't all come together, then, and if you don't meet your deadline, then what are you going to do? You're going to wait another year? I mean,
oh Lord.
I mean, and you're trying to get your stuff out to for people to see, so you can get people to look at your work and to try and give you the 100,000 that it takes to actually do a real film.
Yeah.
Or what have you. I mean, you want distribution, so.
Okay, so I know what happened. I know I also saw your storyboard before you went into this. So you actually went onto location and shot scene by scene with a digital camera.
Yeah, I wanted to give my crew an idea of what the look was going to be of the production and the types of shots we were going to be shooting, and what fit according to what we had planned out on a script.
Yeah.
So I tried to shoot the best that I could, the size of the shot that would go in order, and then I put hundreds of stills together in this deal in iMovie, and if they have this Ken Burns effect that you can like zoom into the stills, and so it kind of adds some motion and what have you, and you put a theme music to it, hopefully the one that you're gonna actually use on the film, and it gives your actors an idea of what the pace is and kind of where the film's gonna go. You'll see that a lot of the shots that we used in our animatic, our storyboard, they look the same. There were a lot, you know, the same size shots that we used in the film.
So after you finished with your pre-production, then you went into production. You actually went down and you actually shot the film. Was it a 2-day shoot?
It was a 2-day shoot as far as the main production. We did a 1-day full at Star Pizza, and we did 1-day full at Phobia. Then we had to do a reshoot of the ending because the performance wasn't very well on the ending scenes, which was the important scenes, and part of the prosthetic arms wasn't complete.
Yeah, I
They were,
heard
like,
about that.
tearing and stuff.
I heard about that.
It's just things that happen, so we had to reschedule for another 4 hours.
Ugh.
But which was good because we got some decent footage. I thought we got some, you know, something that we could use.
Well, then after your production, you went into post and you went into editing. How long did it take? It's an 11-minute film.
It's still ongoing. I mean, what I'm trying to do is get something for Christmas and give the actors a complete DVD with
Cool.
stills and just show them whatever we have. That
Awesome.
We did, so it'll
That's
give them
very
a full
important.
production.
Yeah, all the actors have asked me, everybody that I'm working with right now on my project has asked me for that because it's so hard for them to get demo footage, especially quality demo footage, so awesome. So now, I know you entered it in the film festival, and then how did it do?
We haven't, I mean, the whole thing is that they tell you whether or not you're accepted.
Mm-hmm.
Once you're accepted, I mean, most people right now have just received. They haven't gone through the deal where they actually start weeding out.
I see.
So we've submitted to quite a bit right now, and they're going to receive, and most of them are going to actually be like within February, March, May. They're going to be having their festivals. So
Okay.
within the next couple of months, we'll definitely be hearing from them. Either we accept it or not. And like I said, the main thing was just that it was an experience for the interns, and we were just trying to show them the different sides of production, because they hadn't done any movie production, and that was the main thing, because there's different steps to movie production versus stage, or versus trying to put a book out, or trying to put a script out, because if you're going to pitch a script, then what do you do?
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, it's very different. Yeah. Yeah, there's different stages. Any tips you have for people who are looking to maybe do kind of follow in your footsteps of what you've done?
It doesn't happen very quickly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Know that success is all about you being able to change and modify ideas and be able to grow from that experience, and hopefully it gets put out. Because even if it's put out, it might not be something that you want or like. So you just gotta keep putting stuff out there, and hopefully people watch it.
Okay. Well, this has been an interview with Alex Saenz, and we were talking primarily about the production, pre-production, production, and post-production of putting a short film together and just kind of the audition process. And we appreciate you joining us tonight.